Hello, so in this video I'm going to show you a little bit about how to use the logic program to find out what your assignments are and how to submit assignments. In a separate video I'm going to actually show you how to use the Symbolization module to do your homework. So when you start the logic program after you've used it once, you may get this message that says you have this option to delete or continue. And if you're only using the program on one computer, then you go ahead and click continue here. You may not get this option, that's fine. It may ask you to register or restore, and if it does, then say restore. So, but my work is, this is because the work can be saved locally on your computer, and you can also save backups of it, and it automatically backs up, and the backups are off in the internet. So if you run the logic program on a computer that doesn't have any local user information, you can restore your backups. In this case, I have the information both here on my computer and backed up. Since it's on my computer, I'm going to click continue. And so we wait for it to continue. And is this the information we want? Yes, it is. So we'll say continue. This monochrome will make it blue or gold or black on gray. Font size is how big the font is. So if you want to fiddle with those, you can. So we'll continue. And we'll get the main menu. Well, we have to enter our password first. That's the logic password you created when you created your account. And I have to enter a instructor password because I'm an instructor. So here we have the main menu of the logic program. So these first chunk here, it says please choose a module, and that's referring to these here. These are the modules in which you'll do all of your homework problems. Here we have information. These are links to information documents about the logic program. And then here's some other stuff. So this course website will take you to the course website, the Canvas website. Right now I want to click on the assignments button though. That will open this page, which is the Logic 2010 assignments page. This is a separate assignments page from what's in Canvas. So we'll select our institution, which is going to be ELCO, and then put in your here you use the logic account that you just created, so you put in your student ID, whatever that might be, and then your password. Okay, so once we've logged in, we'll see this, and this is a list of assignments for the logic program. Right now there's just one. There will be more. This one is due on Friday at 11:59 p.m. And one of the problems are listed here. So we have a symbolization problem. These are all symbolization problems, but they're different problems, and this is which symbolization problem it is. So that's what we want to find. So we'll go back to the logic program and we'll click on symbolization. Symbolization right there, that's the symbolization module. It might not open quite as quickly as that, but that's what we want to do. Now, right now we don't have any problem open. There's just nothing here. So we need to click on select. And now we need to find 1.6 LRS 18. So these are all 1.0, so we're going to scroll down and we get to 1.6 ASH, BDC, DBK, LRS. That's what we're looking for, and then we find 18. And so we're good. So we'll click on OK. This selects 18. So, okay, now we have a problem. So here's the problem name and a statement of the problem. Here's our symbolization scheme. The symbol Q stands for Quincy is going. The symbol S stands for Sally is going. And over here we have the problem. So we want to break this down, and if you remember from the previous videos, first we put in the arrow. We replaced the if-then part of the sentence, the conditional part of the sentence, with an arrow, and then we turned the remaining atomic English sentences into atomic logic sentences. So that's what we want to do here. So we want to say, well, look, this is an if, so this is a conditional statement. So we can right-click here, and we click on conditional, and it puts in a conditional. Now we have to decide what's going to go here and what's going to go there. So, well, this is the antecedent, and what's the antecedent of this? Well, the antecedent is, if there's an if, the antecedent is what the if attaches to. And here we have an if, and the if attaches to Sally is going. So we should put Sally is going there. So to do that, we can select the text, and then we'll press Control-C, Control-C, and down here we'll press Control-V for paste. And similarly here, we can select this and press Control-C to copy, and Control-V to paste. Good. Now, we need to change this. Now we need to say that these are atomic. So we'll click on atomic here. So we right-click here and then click on atomic, and we're going to put in S, and it's capital S, not lowercase s. Sally is going, that's S. Quincy is going. Now, there's a check, actually, before we put in Quincy is going. We have a check facility, a check button here. So we click check, we get this message that tells us it's incomplete. Yep. We're not done yet. That's because we haven't said that this is atomic and what atomic it is. So atomic, and so we put in T. That's not right, and if we check it, we get an error message that tells us that that's not right, and this tells us what the error is. So, well, let's fix this. We want to put in Q for Quincy. Now, if we check that, then now it's correct. So good. So we go to this box, we say it's a conditional if it is, and then we put the English bits in here, and then we put the atomic sentence letters here. So conditional, atomic, atomic. And we get all of those by right-clicking. So let's save this, and let's click select. We go here. Notice this problem is now turned green. That means we've done it correctly. Let's look at 19. So here we have same scheme, but a different sentence. If Quincy is going, Sally is going. So again, this is a conditional. We want to figure out what the antecedent is. Well, there's an if there. An if attaches to the antecedent. So we should, and this is what the if attaches to. Quincy is going is the antecedent of this sentence because it's what the if attaches to. So we'll press Control-C to copy it, and we'll put it there because that's where the antecedent goes. And this is the consequent. So we'll copy it and put it where the consequent goes. Now we need to say this is atomic. Now let's say we thought, look, I know it's Sally is going. I'm just going to put S here. Okay? Right? Now this looks like if Q then S, so we'll check it. It says it's incomplete. Think, well, what? This says Q then S. That's right, isn't it? Well, the problem is the program, when it checks for correctness or incorrectness, doesn't know to look inside the text boxes. It can only evaluate things that you've told it are logical pieces. And so you have to say this is an atomic S. And now, if we check it, it says correct. And what's the difference here? Well, the difference is that this S is on the white background, or if you're in the blue and gold version, on the darker blue background, whereas this S is on the gray background inside a text box. So we're done when we've said not only Q's and S's, but we put them as atomic. So we say conditional, and then atomic, and atomic. Let's say we got this wrong and put in T instead, and we check it. Then we go here, back to the select menu. Then 19 is now red because it's incorrect. Okay? So that's how you do the problem. You click select, you find the problem you're looking for, you click OK, and then you tell it, well, if it's a conditional, as they will always be right now, then you tell the program it's a conditional, and then you put in the sentence letters for the different English sentences. Once you've done that, and you've saved it, now my work is saved on this computer. But is it here? No, it hasn't been handed in. You have to hand it in. How do we do that? Click on Submit. You enter your password. And you get this problem list. And so now these are the problems we want to submit. And you can select one at a time, or if you click on one and then hold down Shift and click on another, it will select the range. So we'll do these two problems, and we're going to submit them. And this tells us, yes, these problems have been successfully submitted. So that's good. So we go back to the assignments page. There's no indication that anything's been submitted. You have to refresh this page. So you refresh the page, and what do we have? We have 118. So this is how many points it's worth, and my score is 10 because I got it correct, and my submission was at this time. This problem was incorrect. I stands for incorrect or incomplete, and in this case it's incorrect. And my score is 0 for that reason. So, but I can fix this. I can say, oh, I want to get that right. So I can go back and say, this is where the error is. Sally's going should be S. So I'll change that back to an S. And I'll save it. Oh, and I'll check it. And now it's correct. Go back to Submit. And I'm just going to submit this one. If Quincy is going, Sally is going. That's the one I just corrected. If we go back here, it still says it's correct. But if we refresh the page, then it's now become correct. Because my latest submission is correct. Right here we see, oh, there are two submissions. This is the later one. This is the earlier one. The earlier one's incorrect. The later one is correct. So the program, the way your homework score will be calculated for these problems is that we will always look at the latest problem, the last version of the problem that you submit before the deadline. And so I submitted a correct version of this problem before the deadline, and so it's always the latest version of the problem that I submitted before the deadline is the correct one, and so I get my full 10 points. So that's what you need to know. You go to the main menu, you find the Symbolization module, you click on it. Sorry, let's start here. You log into you click on Assignments here, which opens this page once you log in. You see, what do I need to do? Symbolization this. Okay, so I go back here, I open the Symbolization module, I click on Select to find that problem, and then I do the problem. Once I've done that problem, or all my problems, I click on Submit. To submit the problems, I enter my password and we do that submission thing. To verify that they've been submitted, come back here and refresh. So that's what you need to know, both about how to use the program to submit your work, and also how to actually do these problems. Right now, it's just turn it into a conditional, put the antecedent there, the consequent there, and then put in the atomic letter that is appropriate for Quincy's going, or Sally's going, or whatever is going there. If you have any questions about this, please email me or post online.